Hello, cheapskaters. I'm Kath Armstrong, creator of the Cheapskates Club, where our goal is to live life debt-free, cashed up and laughing. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome. And if it's not, welcome back. If you like our channel, please give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'll do my very best to reply to you. Both these things really help lift our channel profile, and that just makes it so much easier for others to find us. But you know what else helps lift our profile? Subscribers. If you're not already a channel subscriber, please click the subscribe button and then the little bell next to it. That means you'll be automatically notified every time we put up a new video or go live. You don't need to try to remember. We'll just let you know automatically. You know, with the busy lives we all lead, and of course, now we have daylight saving. I love daylight saving. Who needs to try and remember something else? Wouldn't it be great to have 5,000 subscribers to our channel by the end of the year? I think it would be, because it would make us so much easier to find. So much information we've got that we can share. And, would that not be the best way for Cheapskates YouTube show to end a horrible year? I think it would be the absolute best way to end a horrible year. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, then the bell, and leave the rest to us. Now, I've called tonight's show Hope for the Best, Plan for the Worst, because that's what I do. Now, I don't go around all doom and gloom and misery, believing that a disaster is just waiting to happen as soon as I open the front door, as soon as I put my feet on the floor in the morning. That's just no way to live for anyone, but especially for me. I don't want to live like that. But I do plan and prepare for the worst, because then when it doesn't happen, who cares? I'm ahead with the washing because the forecast said there was going to be a thunderstorm today, so I did it all yesterday. No thunderstorm today? Who cares? The washing's done. It's been out and dried and brought in and ironed and folded and put away. Who cares? It was just done a day early. It didn't matter. In the grand scheme of life, that disaster that was a thunderstorm on my washing didn't happen. Yay. I shop ahead for the same reason. Something could happen. The main one is really quite simple. I don't like grocery shopping. It suits me to do a big shop once and then stay out of the supermarkets and the butchers and the greengrocers. I loathe grocery shopping. But another reason I like to do a big shop is because I don't want to run out of food. If there is an emergency such as sudden illness, we don't panic. We just continue to eat from the pantry. If perhaps the shops close for some reason and they're not going to be open for a few days, at least we can eat. If there's a transport strike and the shops can't get their supplies back in, we can eat. We have a full pantry. If it's blazing hot, I don't need to go out. We have plenty of food in the house. I've planned ahead. Being smart enough to plan ahead and prepare ahead for the worst isn't crazy. It's not living in fear. It is being real, though. And real is not a popular concept. In today's world, real, ignore what they say about reality TV. We know there's nothing real about that. Real is not a popular concept. Real is putting in the effort to pay down debt as quickly as you can so that you can enjoy a debt-free life. It's hard. It takes effort. It takes shock, horror. It takes sacrifice. Oh my, you'll have to give up coffee for a while, or you'll have to give up your getting your nails done for a while, or you might just have to holiday at home for a couple of years. How will you survive? If the worst happens and you lose your job, if you've got no debt and a full pantry, there's a whole lot less stress. Trust me, I know. Now, for some of us, 6 p.m. this coming Friday is going to be a time and a date to remember. The restrictions we've been living with for months will be lifted. And we can hope that they will never be necessary again. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't think ahead and prepare for them being reinstated. Don't get your knickers in a knot. I know the Premier has said that will never happen. We'll never be locked down again. Well, you know what? He won't be Premier forever. Anything could happen. It may not be a pandemic. You know, the pessimist in me says, in my dreams, we'll never be locked down again. The optimist in me is saying, whoa, great. I love that concept. We hope for the best. We prepare for the worst. Another example, we hope for the best when we have children. Now, when we first find out that a new baby is on the way, we start planning and preparing. We get the baby's room ready. We get all clucky and go and get some cute little clothes, and we ooh and ah over the size of the little singlets and little tiny booties and little onesies. We research the best nappies to get for our bub and then stock up so that new little bottom has fresh nappies to go into. We find a bassinet and a cot. We look for the perfect pram and the safest car seat. We know that these things are necessary and expensive. Even second-hand can be expensive when you're on a budget, especially if it's a tight budget. We look to the future with joy. We have so many hopes for our new baby, for the stretching or the extending of our family. And we plan and we prepare ahead for that bub's arrival. And no one thinks that is odd or fearful or crazy or being afraid. In fact, I would go so far as to say just about everyone thinks that's a smart thing to do. Planning ahead for a new baby, that's really smart. We plan for holidays. We do the research, we book the tickets, the accommodation, we make sure we have everything we need, the suitcases, the clothes, the passports, whatever. And we take out travel insurance just in case there's this, crazy pandemic and we can't leave home for 21 months. And no one thinks that paying for travel insurance is odd or weird or living in fear. They think that's a smart thing to do because who knows what could happen. We have insurance on our homes and our cars, and for some of us, our lives and our work. We hope for the best, that we don't ever need to use that insurance, but we prepare for the worst by having it. And no one goes, you are mad, what a waste, don't do it, no, nuts. You're so weird taking out house insurance or car, no, what a waste. That's just stupid. You're just living in fear. No one says that to you. In fact, if you don't have some of those insurances, some people might think that you're just plain stupid. So why do some people look at being prepared by building a full pantry or growing some veggies in your backyard or learning a new skill, saving some money? Why do they think that's living in fear? Why do they think that's crazy? I'm just going to say it, because they're too lazy or too stupid or too apathetic to prepare for themselves. It's not rocket surgery. It is good old-fashioned common sense. Yes, I said rocket surgery. It's a family joke. Of course, if you listen to all the blah, blah, blah on the news and on the TV and even here on YouTube, you'll be brainwashed into believing that you don't need to do anything. That, the government will fix your problems. Or you can go to a charity and get your problems fixed. Someone will take care of you. Someone else will take care of you. You don't have to worry about it. And if you believe that, then there really is no hope for you, and that pink pig just flew past me. Use the brain God gave you that is capable of independent thought and start learning how to look after yourself. Start learning how to be independent if you're not already. Start learning how to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. Stop looking for someone else to fix your problems or to look after you. Anyone who has ever relied on Centrelink for support knows exactly how hard it is to actually get off it, and how demanding, how controlling they are whilst you have anything to do with them. It's not designed to last a long time, apparently, but it's not easy to get off it either. They own you lock, stock, barrel, and bank account. And while they say differently, they really don't make it easy to get back to being responsible for and taking care of yourself. They like having you tied to them. They might say they don't, but they do, because if they didn't, they would be helping you to find a good, well-paying job, to get back on your feet. That's not what they do. And that brings me to savings and emergency funds. Because if you have savings and you have an emergency fund, you can skip Centrelink. You can give them a flick. Now, I know it's your right as a taxpayer. It's there to be used if you absolutely need it. But if you don't need to use it, don't. Stay independent. Stay self-sufficient. Keep your freedom. You get to decide how you live. So build up your savings. Build up your emergency fund. It's not easy. I know it's not. But I've done it. I think sometimes you all forget that I've had a disaster and come through it. And it wasn't a little disaster. It was a huge disaster that took over 4 years of hard slog to get over it, to get out of it and over it. It was exhausting. It was exhausting mentally. It was exhausting physically. But it can be done if you really want to do it. So if you're not already saving, start. Start saving with $5 every pay. Put it in a separate no card access savings account. I know you won't get any interest on it. Interest is a side benefit of saving, not the goal. Forget about the interest. And no, putting it into your mortgage redraw won't cut it. That's not what you want to do. A separate account for saving. Set it up to be automatic and then don't touch it. This is for emergencies. Now, what constitutes an emergency where you would need to use your emergency fund? Unemployment. Long-term illness. It's not there so that you can, I can't be bothered cooking tonight and I'll just ring up and get pizza delivered. It sounds really good. That is not an emergency. That is not what this savings is for. Aim to build up a week. Let me start again. Aim to build up a week's worth of living expenses. Then build it to a month's worth. Then keep building until you have 3 months worth of all your living expenses. Now, we've covered this before. I'll put links underneath me to the other videos about this. But all living expenses, your mortgage, the gas, the electricity, the water, phone, internet, food, fuel, insurances, house, contents, medical, cars, whatever, car registration, school fees, daycare fees, pharmacy bills if you have regular pharmacy bills, haircuts, entertainment, special occasions, all your expenses, everything you spend money on. We all hope for the best, that we never lose a job, that we never have a car accident, that we never get sick, that the dog never needs to go to the emergency vet. Happened to a friend just recently. Hope is good, but so is preparing so that when that Wally does back into you at the shopping centre, or you do have to take the dog to the emergency vet over the weekend, you can just do it because you know you've put some money away into savings to cover these things. You can do it without the worry, without the panic, without having to go into debt or rely on someone else to fix the problem for you. Planning and preparing for the worst of whatever won't make you sad. And for the people that tell you, you're crazy or you're stupid or you're panicking, just smile and nod, be nice. And all the while you'll be thinking, yeah, you're not the crazy one. You're the one who won't be panic buying at the supermarket, who won't be, trying to work 2 jobs to pay the vet bill or work out a payment plan with the vet to pay the bill. You won't be the one relying on Centrelink for basic support while you find a better job. Hope for the best. Always hope for the best. But plan and prepare for the worst. You will have the last laugh. You'll be smiling, you'll be sitting back stress-free while everyone else that called you mad, called you crazy, told you were stupid will be sucking their thumbs curled up in the corner because they can't cope. You don't need to be a doom and gloomer. You don't need to be a diehard prepper. I don't consider myself a prepper. I am a preparer, but I'm not a prepper like, they have on the TV shows. That's not me. That's not the way we live. But I do prepare. I think ahead. I plan ahead. Case in point, Christmas. Christmas, 9 weeks away. Guaranteed I will start to get comments soon, from anywhere from 4 to 5 weeks away. Oh, it caught me out this year. I didn't realize it was coming. Christmas is the 25th of December every year. It never changes. There will be people panicking because they have not prepared. You don't need to prepare down to the nth degree, but Christmas happens every year. Prepare for it. Easter happens every year. Yes, the dates change a bit, but it comes around every year. So school holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, these are all things that happen all the time, and yet people do not prepare for them. They know it's coming up, but they don't prepare for it. They know their Cheapskates Club membership is coming due, but they haven't prepared for it. They haven't written it into their budget. And then all of a sudden it's my fault that they haven't done that. Well, no, it's not. Prepare for it, guys. It doesn't hurt to prepare. And if you decide not to renew your membership, then you are that much better off. If your Christmas plans change, you're at least somewhat prepared, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Hope for the best, plan and prepare for the worst. It's common sense. It's not crazy. It's not mad. You're not stupid. You're not anything but sane and sensible. It is a smart thing to do. And it really doesn't take that much effort. Truly, it doesn't. It just means you have to be thinking. And perhaps thinking, like self-responsibility and reality is something that lots of people don't want to do. How many times I hear, well, the government should do something about it, or the school should do something about this teacher, or seriously? Why should the government do something about it? If you have a problem, your first responsibility is to you to fix it. If you can't fix it, then you can seek help. Same with schools. If you don't like something that's happening at the school, go to the school. Speak to the teacher. It could be a really just cross, miscommunication. It could be something little or it could be something major. But if you wait for someone else to fix it, someone else will be saying, oh, someone else has to fix that. It's not my job, blah, blah, blah. And it will never get fixed. Don't be apathetic, Think for yourself, look after yourself and your family. If you really can't do that, then there is help available to you. All you have to do is ask. But don't just go, oh no, oh woe is me. Oh, woe is me. I have no money. What will I do? I'll ring a charity and get them to pay my bills or get them to feed us. Don't be that person, unless it's absolutely necessary. Don't be that person. Be the smart one who knows how to shop on sale, who knows how to grow maybe a tomato plant and a couple of lettuce to save a bit of money, who knows how to sew on buttons so clothes are always in good repair. Be the smart person. Hope for the best, plan and prepare for the worst. Guys, I'm going to have to go. Hannah is going to hospital. So, sorry to leave you in a rush. I will let you know what's happening, okay? I'm doing a mad dash to my daughter, who's an hour and a half away. Okay, all right. Bye. Sorry, but I'm going. See you next week.